Hi, everybody. This is Carol Hill, and today I want to do a remake of a video I did about a year and a half ago on Find a Record. I had an old computer then, and the audio kept going in and out, so my new computer is much better, and I hope that you'll enjoy this and that you can learn from it. So, first off, this is Find a Record, and you go to findarecord.com. And what their claim to fame is that you can instantly find research opportunities in your family search tree in 3 minutes. And this is 100% free. So awesome opportunity. They call this your research assistant, which as we go through it, you'll see that it is really your research assistant. And so let's go ahead and sign in with Family Search, and then I'll show you some other things later too. So all you do is sign in right there with Family Search. Super easy. And what this does is it will go ahead and here is my name, Carol Lou Hill, and these are my research opportunities below. And look how fast it populates that. It's pretty amazing. And it could be because I was already signed in and did this just a couple of minutes ago, but it's awesome how fast it is. So let's go ahead. Let me show you on this left-hand side before we get to the goodies. Right now, like I said, it's on me, and so it is doing research opportunities from me back. But what you can do is you can actually change the start person, and you can put in a family search person ID's number. And it's just telling you here that this is what it looks like, KJ3P-DTY. This isn't mine, but that's just an example. And as you can see over here on the opportunities that this is my mother's right here. So that is the ID number right there. And so you can go to Family Search, copy and paste it here and click go. As simple as that if you want to do it that way. So then this next part says, who do you want to find? Right now, it's just on cousins. And so if you click this little down arrow, you will see some options. You can do ancestors, so that's searching for parents, grandparents, and all great-grandparents. You can do descendants, which if I search for my descendants, it's just my children and grandchildren, so not going to give me a lot. And then there's ancestors and descendants, so that's your parents, grandparents, all great-grandparents, children, grandchildren, all great-grandchildren, so that's giving you more. Cousins are your ancestors, descendants, aunts, uncles, cousins, and all great aunts. So it's giving you even more. And then if you just want to do everybody, father-in-laws, brother-in-laws, everything, then you would just click on that for everyone. We'll go ahead right now and leave it on cousins and show you that's the default when you come in, but just know that you can change that. Also, how many generations do you want to go back? Right now the default is 4. And you can click and go to more. And actually up to 25 generations back. So 500 years back you can go. I'm going to go ahead and maybe just click on 5 generations and just let that give me a few more just in case I don't have enough. All right, so little explanation on that. So now it says, what do you want to do? Okay, so you've got these options here and they're colored, which is really nice. It says, do you want to find sources? Do you want to find things for certain people? Do you want to figure out relationships, problems, cleanup, and ordinances? And so what you can do right now, all of these are checked that I want to look at all of these. And let me show you what each one is so that you can change these if you would like. So if I click on this little arrow on the right hand side, it will open up, and what it is looking for is it's going to help you find birth, death, marriage, and record hints. So, and if you decide I don't want to look at these, you can click this off. You can click off specific ones. So you've got some options and you can narrow the search the way you would like. So that's sources. The person is just looking at different people and finding a birth, a birthday, birthplace. It's just looking through your tree and saying, hey, you don't have a death place, you know, like this one for Paisley Bryant George, my grandfather. I don't have a death place for him. So it gives you suggestions of how to find that. And so that's what it's doing, is suggesting how you can find the different ones and letting you know that you don't have a death place. So let's close that. Relationships are things like marriage with no children. So you could look through your family tree and look for those marriages, and if they don't have children, maybe they did, and FamilySearch just doesn't have them. And so that's something that you could start looking for and possibly find some children that no one's ever found. You know, missing father. So there's just different relationship options there with the purple. So let me close that. Problems are things like person born before their parents. I think that's a huge problem, and that happens quite a bit because people aren't careful and don't realize what they're doing sometimes. Also, child born before marriage could or could not be a problem, but it's just making you aware. Children too close, person died before they were born is a huge problem. So this will go through, crawl through the FamilySearch tree and let you know that could be a possible problem. It doesn't mean it is for sure, but just possible problems. Okay, and then this cleanup is, there's a pretty long list on this. Identical names, alternate names, multiple marriage facts. So it's just trying to clean it up because maybe there's just too much stuff or too much information, and also standardizing a birth date, which is something that FamilySearch does now. When they first came out with this program, FamilySearch didn't have those messages that come up on the person page about that you need to standardize birth dates and death dates and all those. But this is here if you want to go through and try to standardize those, and it'll help you through that. And then the last one is ordinances, and those will be yellow. And what this is if there's ordinances that have not been done, if there's some that are waiting, then this will go through your tree and give you suggestions on that too. And say you just want to find baptisms and confirmations for the youth to do, then you could actually just unclick these and go through and see if you could find those. And just remember, when you're looking for ordinances that haven't been done, to just be careful and make sure that you know that the person is real. You know, hopefully someone hasn't just put a name in to mess us all up, but try to find them on a record, a source, and try to make sure it makes sense. Look at the family before you just actually click and do their ordinances. I really hope that you'll do that. All right, so that is the side over there. Okay, so now let me explain this right-hand side, because this is the goodies over here. So this is saying, you know, here's the orange, which means a cleanup, the blue, which means a person. So let's look at my grandfather, Paisley Bryant George, and it says to find a death place. And so I really like this, whoops, I didn't mean to do that. We'll go back for a minute. That it tells me the relationship, which I know that's my grandfather, but as you go further back, I don't know exactly how I'm related, you know, sometimes. This is their ID number, and right from here you can click and it'll take you to FamilySearch, and we'll do that in a minute. And then what you can do over here, if you fix this problem, you found the death place, you can put fixed, and then you can also hide this if you just don't want to see this anymore. So before we go to FamilySearch, let's go ahead. Like I said, you can click right here and go right to FamilySearch, but let me show you these details. So this is just brief details on him. Okay, there's his birth and then his death. And then this tells you, try these steps to find the death place for Paisley Bryant George. So you could view the record hints. There's record hints sometimes in FamilySearch. You could ask for help. You can visit your local Family History Center, and then you can also hire a researcher from this Genealogy. And then another cool thing, which I really like on this, is that you can actually, here's links that you can just search for them on these websites: Ancestry, Billion Graves, FamilySearch, Find a Grave, Find My Past, and My Heritage. So you can just click there and it'll take you right to those sites, and it'll search for you for this Paisley Bryant George, or whoever you're searching for. So let me go to And here too, you can actually click and go to Family Search right there too. So there's various ways to go to Family Search. So that will take me to his person page. It might take just a minute to come up. Might be a little slow here, but I just wanted to show you. So this is his person page, and it takes you right to there so that you can work on him while you're working on the Find a Record. And if there was record hints, they would just be right here. So for him, there aren't record hints, but just something to be aware of. So let's go back to Find a Record. And I believe I've shown you everything there. We can go back to the, well, let me see. You can do opportunities for Paisley Bryant George. And this actually puts him in the first position when I do that. And then goes from him back 5 generations. So did you see how I changed that? So that actually is for him, starting with him. So that is about it, and it's awesome. It gives you so many things and so many things that people can work on if you're teaching other people what they can do on their family tree. There is one last thing that I want to show you. I'm going to go back to the home page on Find a Record, and it's these browser extensions. So it says use Find a Record without leaving your online tree. You can get these extensions. They either have them for Chrome or for Firefox. So let me show you what it is on Chrome, because I mainly use Chrome. I like Chrome. So let's go back to this tab I opened for Paisley Bryant George. And I've already added this Chrome extension. It's right up here. See on the right-hand side up at the top, Find a Record. So if I'm on my tree and I've been working on Find a Record, if I've signed into Find a Record, I can go ahead and click that Find a Record right there, and it will do the same thing it did before, but I'm just sitting there on my family tree. So you can search on Find a Record from within your family tree if you've signed into Find a Record already. So really easy if you want to do it that way. And let me show you how you get that extension. So what I always do if I'm trying to find an extension, I'll just Google. Here I am on Google, and I will just Google Find a Record, and then I always put Chrome extension, and there it is right here. And what you always want to look for is the Chrome Web Store. And if you click the Chrome Web Store, you will take you to the web store, and then it'll say right here, see, since I've added it to Chrome already, it tells me that I have it. But if you don't have it, it's your first time, it'll say Add to Chrome. So and you just click that button, and it'll show up right here in the top, and it will be active when you've actually signed in to Find a Record in Chrome. So I think that's it, and let me know if you have questions, and I hope you're having a great day today. Talk to you soon.